Water truly is the solvent of life. There's not a cell that's ever existed that can live without water. Even you and me and everything you see here. We're here behind Rio Americano, the American River, and we receive our water from the Sierra Nevada watershed. These high mountains store water all winter, and the snowmelt comes down, and it feeds not only our populations, but for Southern California as well. Truly an important source of the most vital commodity for all Californians. Did you know that 40% of the world's population receives snowmelt from the Himalayas? And can you imagine what would happen with 10 or 20 years of drought due to global warming, and how populations might suffer a drought so devastating that entire cities wouldn't know where to turn for clean water? It's easy to think that water's replenishable because we're here on the banks of a river that flows all year long. But if you consider people downstream from us and their needs, we have a responsibility to conserve for them and for future generations. So, what can you and your family do to help conserve water for us and those downstream? Well, reducing the amount of grass in your lawn is a good start. You can always plant native grasses, which use much less water and are drought tolerant. Something else you can do is watch for leaky faucets and the amount of water usage day to day, including how long your showers are.
Global warming is already affecting worldwide water supply. Glaciers are retreating and fresh water supplies are diminishing. Research how global warming will affect our future water supply. Be sure to research snowpack projections for California. Develop and present a water conservation plan for our state.
Any walk along the river here will reveal an abundance of plant life, from mosses to these grasses here, an oak tree for instance. And you might be wondering, well, what do plants have to do with global warming? Quite a bit, really. You see, we could tell the tale of global warming from 500 million years ago, when these plants from the Carboniferous period died and laid down layers of fossil fuel for us to excavate now and burn and send that CO2 to the atmosphere. But plants have a much more hopeful role. And the fact is that plants could be our answer and our way out of this problem, because plants also absorb CO2, and as you know, they convert that CO2 to energy for the entire food chain, for you and me. And places like the Amazon soak up so much CO2 that it's possible, if we replant today and tomorrow fields of trees and reclaim our forests, that we might just be able to use plants themselves to help combat global warming.
Plants play an important role in our climate. Plants also serve as the ultimate source of fossil fuels, which release CO2 into the atmosphere when burned. Plants can be found in multiple places within the carbon cycle. Research plants' role in global warming, and develop and present guidelines for future forest and agriculture management in our state.
Rio Americano is a special place. We're so lucky to be here on the river trail. A 27-mile bikeway that runs through the American River Parkway all the way from Folsom to downtown Sacramento. Now, one of the most important things you and your family can do to help combat global warming is to reduce the amount of carbon emissions from our cars and other vehicles. What a beautiful way to do it. Simply get your bike, pump it up, get a few friends, take a great ride on the way to school, or anytime really. So, I'm going to enjoy this beautiful Saturday. See you in class.
The vehicles we drive and the laws that regulate them change every year. What are the current vehicle emission standards in California? What will they be in the future? Present changes you would make to the current laws and/or infrastructure found in California. Help change California and improve our transportation system.